Hi guys, hope you're doing well. First of all, I've got to thank everyone for the comments and the emails that I got regarding getting a second bike and your suggestions to what I should get. Incredible. I've researched and Googled every single bike that you sent me. Honestly, I have because I find it interesting. I love to know, especially when some of you are really passionate about this bike. I think I've got to look into that. But one thing that I've kind of realised about myself is the fact that I am a proper Royal Enfield fanboy. I just love the brand, and my second bike, without a shadow of a doubt, is going to be another Royal Enfield. And I think I might have found a bike. I'm not going to say too much about it because it's probably 70% definite, but it's never all over till the fat lady sings, as they say. Oh, you can't say that anymore, can you? It's never over until the heavy set identifies as a female sings. Don't sound not PC. um, but guys, before I talk about that, the weather today, I'm sweating now. I've been out all morning. It's Friday, sunny. It's like summer's come back. It's amazing. Literally 3 or 4 days ago, it was gusty gales outside here. In fact, oh my God, I really hope my other half doesn't watch these videos. I'll tell you a funny story. Well, I found it funny. She hung out the washing on the line outside in the gale. Don't ask me why. Oh, because she thought it would dry quickly. Anyway, I came out and I noticed that a pair of her knickers had flown off the line and landed about 30 foot up in the tree, in the neighbouring tree. And I thought, oh, I've got to tell her. So I shouted, come out, come out. She came out. I said, look where your knickers are. And she was horrified. She was going, go and ask the neighbours to get a ladder. I said, it's like 30 foot up. No one's going to have a ladder like that size. She said, go and buy one. Go and buy a ladder to get your knickers down. Well, that sounds wrong, but you know what I mean. And then she said, I think she meant it as a joke before you start having a go at her. She said, phone the fire brigade and say there's a cat up a tree. I said, what, wearing your knickers? Anyway, I said to her, listen, it's about 30 foot up. No one can see them, and they definitely can't see their crutches. So, oh, I hope she doesn't watch this. Anyway, guys, I thought that was quite funny. Right, so I think I found a bike. We will see. But it's definitely not going to be any other brand except for Royal Enfield. And yesterday, I went and looked at a Royal Enfield Goan, and it was the teal one with the orange bits and orange wheels. And oh, I hope none of you are going to be offended, but I didn't really like it. I don't know if it was the colour, but it didn't. It reminded me a little bit of a clown's bike. I hope none of you bought that in that colour, but that's what it reminded me of. I mean, lovely looking. I mean, really different, but just too out there for me. And with my great big feet, all I'd have to put is a red nose on, and they'd think I'd escaped from the circus. I mean, it really did remind me of that. And also the handlebars, it didn't feel right for me. It had the pillion seat still on the bike, and it definitely needs to be a single seat, that bike. And for me, I need to have the seat to slide back on. So for that reason alone, it wouldn't really be ideal. Um, but yeah, I think it must have been the colour. I need to did they do a purple haze? Well, I've not seen that for sale over here. But when they came out, I'm sure they did one called Purple Haze, which I thought was really nice. But yeah, just didn't float my boat as much as I thought it would, if I'm honest. I also sat on a shotgun. Still love that bike. I sat on them all actually. Sat on a Hemi 450, and yeah, another Bullet as well. And a lot of you said to me back in the day when I had the classic 350 last time, you said, "Oh, why don't you get the Bullet seat because it's a single seat and you can slide back on it." I have to say, it's worse. Because it goes up at the back, even though it is a single seat. I suppose you could have that sculpted so it was flat, but it was very difficult to slide back on that. So, but I could change the Bullet seat over to a classic 350 seat, couldn't I? Because they're easy just to interchange. So I could actually have the classic 350 seat on a Bullet, because that would work then. Love the Bullet, and they do it in like a maroon colour, and that is really really nice. Yes. Anyway, I'm not going to spoil the surprise because it's not definite, as I said, but it looks like with a good wind, that I'll be getting a new bike in the next 2 weeks, maybe, I hope. But thank you for all the suggestions. Some of the suggestions were really out there, and I did research them all. But as I said, I'm a real Royal Enfield fanboy, and I think um, I'm not going to change brands ever. I think I might change my bikes for the rest of my life. Not my classic 350. Ernie 2's going to be buried with me. But every other Royal Enfield I buy, I probably won't keep it forever. But I don't think I'll ever buy a different brand because I just love them. So yeah, shoot me down if you want, but everyone's entitled to their own opinion about brands, and that's mine without a shadow of a doubt. Um, Guys, I'm also contemplating. Oh, this is talking ahead now in the future, and I'm thinking probably next summer. I think I probably will buy a bear. Now, how it works out for the room in the garage, I don't know. It might mean I don't know at the moment, but I think by next summer there'll be second-hand bears available, and I really think that that really would be the perfect bigger Royal Enfield for me because of the size of it, obviously, and the fact that I can, it's a more powerful bike, and I love the look of them. So many people are buying the bears, and everyone's saying how good they love it, and it's really great. And a lot of them are mentioning the fact that it is quite firm. And I rode my buddy's Rich's bear, and I felt it quite firm, but he thinks it softens up with time. So, or you can change them over, you can get rear shocks, can't you? But that's my plan. I think next summer or spring, maybe even, I will be looking at buying a second-hand bear because I think they'll be on the market by then. But if you've got a bear, and I know a few of you have actually, let me know what you think of it. Obviously, Tame's just bought one. I love his. I love that colour actually. And my mate Rich has got the one, the 249, is it, or 248, the teal one with the cream frame, the cream tank. And then Jeff, one of our subscribers, has just ordered one as well. So yeah, they're everywhere, but that's not a bad thing. I think I can see why people want them because they really are. And as Rich says, when he gets on the Bear and then back on the Interceptor feels really small. Um, and that really, I mean, they are much bigger. As in, when I rode his Bear, it felt big, and I'm a big guy, so it's kind of perfect, really. So that's the plan, anyway, guys. Some of you were asking why I wasn't thinking of getting a Bear, and the shotgun's still up there, but the Bear is definitely my size bike, and that's quite a nice thing to be able to have as a bike that fits me really well. The Kawasaki Z900 RS, actually, that was a really comfortable bike. I always found that the ergonomics on that was really good. But there are a lot of bikes. The Interceptor is one of them that always found that a little bit small, like tucked up on it. But there you go, guys. Rambling as normal. I'm going to put some shorts out with some music that you guys have requested. So watch the shorts later because it might be your song that's coming on later. I feel like a DJ. All right, guys, have a great day and enjoy the weather. Ride safe.